American companies say nobody wants to work while rejecting 1,000 qualified applicants. You apply to 500 jobs and hear nothing back. 40% of job postings don't even exist. Here are the 10 ways the American job market makes no sense. Reason number 1, ghost jobs are everywhere. Jobs that don't exist. Alright, reason number 1, up to 40% of job postings in America aren't real. They're ghost jobs, positions that companies have no intention of filling. Here's how it works. A company posts a job opening. You apply, you're qualified. You never hear back. Not because you're not good enough, because the job doesn't exist. Why do companies post fake jobs? A few reasons. 1, they want to look like they're growing. Investors see job postings and think, this company is expanding. Stock price goes up, but they're not actually hiring anyone. 2, they're building a talent pipeline, collecting resumes for future positions. Maybe, possibly, someday. 3, federal regulations require them to post jobs publicly even when they've already chosen someone internally. So they post it, interview a few people for show, then hire the person they already picked. And 4, they want to make current employees feel replaceable. See, we have 500 applicants for your job. Don't ask for a raise. So you apply to 100 jobs. 60 of them are fake. You don't know which ones. You're spending hours crafting cover letters for positions that don't exist. Other countries don't do this. If a job is posted, it's real. They're hiring. Simple. But America? Job postings are performance art. They're not hiring. They're just pretending to hire. You're not unqualified. The job isn't real. Reason number 2, apply to 500 jobs, get 0 replies, the black hole. Reason number 2, you apply to hundreds of jobs and hear nothing back. Not even a rejection email, just silence. Here's why. Your resume never reaches a human. It's being screened by an ATS, applicant tracking system, a robot. The ATS scans your resume for keywords from the job posting. If your resume doesn't have the exact words in the exact format, you're rejected automatically. You have 10 years of experience, a master's degree, glowing recommendations. Doesn't matter. The robot rejected you because you wrote managed projects instead of project management. And it gets worse. Some job postings require 5 years of experience with software released 3 years ago. Literally impossible, but the ATS doesn't care. It's looking for keywords, not logic, so you apply to 500 jobs. The ATS rejects 490 of them before a human sees your resume. The other 10 are ghost jobs. You think you're not qualified. Actually, you're just not passing the robot test. Other countries use humans to review applications. Humans who understand that managed projects and project management are the same thing. But America, you're not getting rejected by a person. You're getting rejected by a robot that can't read. And the best part? Companies complain they can't find qualified candidates, while their robot rejects everyone. Very efficient. Reason number 3, entry level requires 5 years experience. Reason number 3, American companies post entry level jobs that require 5 years of experience, a master's degree, and pay $35,000 a year. Let me walk you through this. You just graduated college. You're looking for your first job. You search entry level. The posting says entry level marketing coordinator. Requirements: 5 years of experience in digital marketing, master's degree preferred, proficiency in 12 different software platforms, salary $35K. How do you get 5 years of experience for an entry-level job? That's the opposite of entry-level. That's mid-career. And they want a master's degree for $35,000 a year. You spent $100,000 on that degree. You'll never pay it off at $35,000, but companies do this because they want senior-level talent at junior-level prices. They post it as entry-level to justify the low salary, then require senior experience to get senior quality work. Other countries have actual entry-level jobs. No experience required. They train you. That's what entry means. But America, entry level means entry to poverty with a graduate degree and half a decade of experience you don't have. And when nobody applies, because nobody qualifies, companies complain about the talent shortage. There's no talent shortage. There's a reality shortage. You're asking for 5 years of experience, a master's degree, and you're paying $35,000. Nobody's applying because it's insulting. Reason number 4, ghosting after 6 rounds of interviews. Reason number 4, you make it through 6 rounds of interviews, complete assignments, meet the team, and then the company ghosts you, just disappears. Here's the process. Round 1, phone screen with recruiter, 30 minutes, goes great. Round 2, Zoom interview with hiring manager, 1 hour. They love you. Round 3, panel interview with the team, 90 minutes. Everyone's laughing. You're a culture fit. Round 4, assignment. They ask you to complete a project. You spend 20 hours on it, submit it. They say it's impressive. Round 5, presentation. You present your project to leadership. They ask great questions. You nail it. Round 6, final interview with the VP, 45 minutes. She says, "We'll be in touch soon." Then nothing. No email, no call, no rejection. They just stop responding. You follow up, silence. You follow up again, nothing. You check LinkedIn. The job posting is gone. Did they hire someone? Did they cancel the position? You'll never know. You just spent 15 plus hours on this process. You rearranged your schedule. You prepared obsessively, and they couldn't even send a 2-sentence rejection email. Other countries do 1 to 2 interviews, make a decision, and tell you either way. Fast, respectful. But America, 6 rounds, a capstone project, and then silence. You got dumped by a company you weren't even dating. And the best part, if you ask for feedback, they legally can't give it. So you have no idea what went wrong. Very professional. Reason number 5, free work disguised as interview assignment. Reason number 5, companies ask you to do massive projects as part of the interview process. Then they ghost you and use your work for free. Here's how the scam works. You're interviewing for a marketing role. They say, "We'd like to see how you think. Can you create a complete marketing strategy for our Q4 campaign?" That's 20 hours of work. Research strategy, creative concepts, budget planning, execution timeline. You do it because you want the job. You submit it. They love it. Then they ghost you. 2 months later, you see your exact strategy being executed. Your ideas, your work, no credit, no payment. Or they ask you to build us a prototype for a software role. You spend 40 hours coding. They take it, ghost you, and implement it. This isn't an interview. It's unpaid consulting. They're getting free labor under the guise of assessing your skills. 2-hour assignment, fine, that's reasonable. But 20 to 40 hours of actual deliverable work, that's a project, not an interview. Other countries keep assignments short and hypothetical. Here's a fake scenario. How would you approach it? 1 hour max. But America, full strategy, full prototype, real problems they're actually facing. Solve it for free. Then maybe we'll hire you. Or maybe we'll just use your work and move on. And if you refuse, sorry, we're looking for someone more committed. So you either do free work or lose the opportunity. Very fair. Reason number 6, companies, nobody wants to work while rejecting 1,000 applicants. Reason number 6, companies complain nobody wants to work anymore while simultaneously rejecting 1,000 qualified applicants. Here's the cycle. Company posts a job. Customer service representative, $15 per hour. Bachelor's degree required. 3 years experience preferred. They get 1,000 applications. People with degrees, people with experience, people who actually want to work. Company rejects all of them. Why? The ATS filtered out 900. The remaining 100 didn't meet some arbitrary requirement, or the job was fake, or they wanted to pay less. Then the company goes on LinkedIn and posts, "We're struggling to find workers. Nobody wants to work anymore." Yes, they do. You rejected them, 1,000 of them. The issue isn't that nobody wants to work. The issue is nobody wants to work for 15 hours with a bachelor's degree requirement and 3 years of experience. You're not offering enough money. You're requiring too many qualifications, and you're rejecting everyone anyway. Other countries pay living wages and have realistic requirements. Shockingly, they find workers. But America, post impossible requirements, pay poverty wages, reject everyone, then complain about lazy workers. And the media runs with it. Labor shortage. There's no labor shortage. There's a wage shortage. You want workers? Pay them. Lower your absurd requirements. Actually hire people. But no, it's easier to complain on LinkedIn. Reason number 7, layoffs then immediately rehiring for same role. Reason number 7, companies lay off experienced employees, then immediately repost the same jobs at 40% lower pay. Here's the playbook. You've worked at a company for 10 years. You're a senior engineer making $150K. You're good at your job. The company announces layoffs, restructuring, economic conditions, difficult decision. You're let go, along with 50 other senior employees. 2 weeks later, you see your exact job posted on LinkedIn. Software engineer needed, 3 to 5 years experience. Salary, $90K. Same responsibilities, same team, same projects. But now it's entry level and pays $60K less. They didn't eliminate the position. They eliminated your salary. They lose your institutional knowledge, your expertise, your relationships. But they save money short term. And that's all all that matters to shareholders. Meanwhile, you're out of a job, and they're complaining they can't find qualified people for $90K. Other countries have stronger protections against this. Severance packages, notice periods, limits on immediate rehiring. But America, at-will employment means they can fire you today and post your job tomorrow at half the price. And when the new hire struggles because they don't have 10 years of context, the company will blame the worker, not the decision to fire the person who knew everything. Very smart long-term strategy. Reason number 8, LinkedIn open to work. Reason number 8, if you're unemployed and need a job, LinkedIn has a feature called Open to Work, and using it can destroy your chances of getting hired. Here's the trap: you're laid off, you need a job. LinkedIn says, turn on Open to Work, let recruiters know you're available. Sounds great. You turn it on, green banner around your profile photo, Open to Work. Now here's what happens: recruiters see it and think, this person is desperate. They've probably been job searching for months. Something must be wrong with them. Pass. Hiring managers see it and think, if they were any good, they'd be employed. Must be a reason no one's hired them yet. So the badge that's supposed to help you actually hurts you. You're flagged as desperate. And in American job culture, desperation is weakness. But wait, it gets worse. What if you're currently employed and secretly job searching? If you turn on Open to Work, your current employer might see it. Now you're fired and unemployed and desperate. So you can't use it while employed. And using it while unemployed makes you look unemployed. You can't win. Other countries don't have this stigma. Job searching while employed is normal. Being between jobs is normal. It's not a red flag. But America, you need a job to get a job. But if you need a job, no one will hire you because needing a job means something's wrong with you. The logic is flawless. Reason number 9, salary. $50,000 to $150,000. Useless information. Reason number 9, job postings now include salary ranges, which sounds transparent, except the ranges are so wide they're meaningless. Here's what happens. New laws require companies to post salary ranges. Good idea, helps workers know what to expect, so companies post salary $50,000, $150,000 depending on experience. That's a $100,000 range. That's not a range, that's a guess. You have 10 years of experience, a master's degree, a strong portfolio. You think, I should be toward the higher end. You go through 5 interviews, they love you, you get the offer, $52,000, but the range went up to $150K? You say, that's for someone with exceptional qualifications. You have exceptional qualifications, that's why they hired you. The range is based on market condition. $150,000 is theoretical. No one actually gets it. It's there to make the posting look competitive. The real range is $50,000 to $60,000, but they post $50,000 to $150,000, so people apply. Other countries post actual salary. This job pays $60K. Done. No games. But America posts a massive range, make candidates think there's room to negotiate, then lowball everyone. The range is $50K to $150K. They're offering $50K. The range is a lie. Reason number 10, we're a family here. Red flag. Reason number 10, if a company says we're a family here during the interview, run. It's the biggest red flag in American job culture. Here's what we're a family actually means. It means no boundaries between work and personal life. It means you're expected to work nights and weekends. It means guilt if you don't stay late. Hey, can you work Saturday? We're a family here. Families help each other out. Real families don't fire you during layoffs, but companies do. We need you to come in on your day off. We're a family. Real families pay you for extra work. Companies expect it for free. We noticed you left at 5 p.m. yesterday. We're a family here. Families don't abandon each other. Real families don't track when you leave and guilt you about it. The family language is manipulation. It's designed to make you feel obligated. If you're family, you can't say no. You can't set boundaries. You can't prioritize your actual family. And here's the kicker. When layoffs come, the family fires you over Zoom with 2-week severance and replaces you immediately. Families don't do that. Employers do. Other countries have better work-life boundaries. Work is work. Family is family. They don't pretend the office is Thanksgiving dinner. But America, we're a family. A dysfunctional family that fires you by email. If they say we're a family, what they mean is, we're going to exploit your emotional labor and pay you badly. very wholesome. So there you have it, ghost jobs that don't exist, ATS robots rejecting everyone, entry-level jobs requiring 5 years experience, ghosting after 6 interviews, free work as assignments, companies complaining while rejecting thousands, layoffs then rehiring at lower pay, open to work killing your chances, fake salary ranges, and toxic family culture. 10 reasons the American job market makes no sense. If you love breakdowns of American systems that make you question reality, hit subscribe. We've got plenty more job market chaos to unpack because America never met a hiring process it couldn't make unnecessarily complicated and soul-crushing.